Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marston here. Welcome to another episode of Pointless Rambling. Today's episode is on crouch taunting. Now, crouch taunting, if you don't know, is used in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where when you play online and you're fighting someone, if they want to taunt you, because if you're doing quick play, you can't actually taunt, what they do is they'll crouch a bunch of times, and that's known as crouch taunting. Now, I want to get into why this is the dumbest thing for someone to do. So 9 times out of 10, when someone crouch taunts me, I end up beating them. And half the times, when someone crouch taunts, I was already beating them. There was one time I beat someone, it must have been 5, 6, or 7 times in a row. I remember it was a Bowser, I think I tweeted about it. I beat them a lot of times in a row. And I don't think they had ever gotten a stock on me. Maybe 1 or 2 or something, I don't fully remember. But I remember, actually I think what it was that they never got 2 stocks on me in a 3-stock game. They finally got 2 stocks on me one of the games. They got a little bit of a lead, I think. And they honestly crouch taunted me. And it was like, I thought you wanted to actually practice. That's why I kept fighting you. It's like, okay, we can learn from each other. No, they're still just only trying to win. And the one game they got a little bit of an advantage, they crouch taunted me. Why? I ended up kicking their ass. I still beat them. And as soon as I won, I just left. They could have gotten so much more practice, but nah. Look at me, I'm so good. I got 2 stocks on you. You lost! You lost like 6, 7 times before that, and then you lost the game you crouch taunted in. What are you trying to prove? That's why I don't get that mentality. I get it a little bit. I will admit a little bit. Because when I was younger, maybe I would have done some of this stuff because I've been like, yeah, I'm kicking their ass. But now it's like, I just want to practice. I just want to play. Why are we all trying to just showboat? Like, I remember in the past when it came to tournaments and Isan was taunting a lot, and it was like, yeah, why shouldn't he? If he can get in their head and win, go for it. And I still stand by that. I mean, if your only goal is to win and you're at a tournament and there's money at stake, taunt. Why not? If you want to be that type of player. Because doing that, you do kind of come off as a little bit of a dick. So you have to decide, do I want to do this to get a win? Or do I not want to do this? So you have to decide. But the amount of crouch taunting online is insane. It's like everyone's like, I gotta stock, I gotta crouch. Like, no wonder why Nintendo decided to start banning people. I mean, I'm actually totally against that. But, I mean, now I can see why the way Nintendo implemented it on if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you get banned. I mean, that's why these people are getting banned, because they're only crouching. It's like, calm down. You're not at grand finals of EVO. You're beating some random Joe Schmo on quick play. Like, let's tone it down. And you haven't even won yet. Let me just reiterate. You haven't even won yet. And you're crouch taunting. And then I end up kicking your ass. And then it's like, oh, guess you shouldn't have crouch taunted. That's why in my montages, I always end up changing the music. And I made it this like whole segment of people crouch taunting. Because it's so infuriating. When you see that, it's like, no, I'm not losing this game. And 9 times out of 10, I don't lose. The reason why this gets me so annoyed is because, for one, online to me is just practice, which I get it. Some people, they're really into it. I mean, I get really into it too, but to me, it's just practice. So that's the first thing. But the main thing is that taunting, to me, is used for when you did something really cool. Like, you 0 to death someone, bam, there's a taunt, right? That's when someone would probably use it. I just don't really taunt, but in general, that is the purpose of it to me. You just kicked someone's ass. 9 times out of 10, it was a fair stock where we both were going through exchanges, and then I ended up dying. And then they'd go, oh, I should crouch taunt, I just kicked their ass. Like, no, this is a normal match, and now I'm going to obliterate you because you crouch taunted. So I think the crouch taunting needs to be, you know, toned down a little bit. Like, let's calm down. This isn't grand finals of EVO. This person would probably get beat by probably anyone at a tournament. Like, let's calm down. Play the game, get your practice. You do something cool, fair enough. Crouch taunt me. If it's a fair stock, let's tone it down, because I'm probably always gonna win. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed this episode.